All right, so we're always trying to get ab muscles, but the one thing that we can never get is getting rid of love handles. Getting ab muscles can be hard. Getting rid of the love handles is even harder. So that being said, I'm breaking down 5 steps to get rid of your love handles. Part of getting rid of love handles is understanding why you have them in the first place. It comes from overeating, but not just any kind of overeating. Overeating healthy foods, you're not really gonna gain a lot of weight. It comes from overeating the wrong type of foods, which unfortunately is a lot of food in America. Processed food, sugary drinks, sugary breakfast food, a lot of desserts, certain juices that is high in high fructose corn syrup. Pop, again, high in high fructose corn syrup. Did I already mention processed food? Processed food has a lot to do with it. You cut that out, that's gonna eliminate a lot of the weight right there. Believe it or not, it's human biology. And because of that reason, the first place that you'll gain fat is the last place that you're gonna lose fat. This is why when you go to lose weight, you're losing weight in other areas first. Your face, your chest, your arms. But the fat around your stomach and the love handles is the slowest to burn off and the last fat to burn off. And so for these reasons, you can lose your love handles easily with these 5 steps. Step 1 is gonna be the nutrition. Now, I know you've heard that if you want to lose fat, you have to have a calorie deficit, which is true. Your love handles won't magically disappear the first week that you eat less. You're going to have some other places on your body where the fat disappears, but not your love handles. They're going to stick around, which means you have to stay in the game, the fat burning game, long enough for your body to tap into that fat storage. A lot of people will mess up when they drop calories real fast, lose weight real fast, but then they crash. Their weight loss efforts suffer, and then they eventually go back to gaining that fat that they were losing in the first place. And after that method makes you too low on energy to really function throughout your day, which is why you have to aim for something sustainable. And for most people, that's going to be about 500 calorie deficit a day, which adds up to losing about a pound of fat per week. And this is just from changing the nutrition, not the other 5 tips I'm going to point out later in this video. And so that means that if your maintenance calorie level is 2,500, that means that you go down to 2,000 calories. And also that slower pace means that you're able to keep muscle more easily than if you would have dropped like 1,000 or 15 or 2,500 calories because you're trying to rush the fat loss journey. And when you can maintain and keep your muscle while you're burning off that fat, you're just gonna look better overall. So then step 2, this is gonna be lifting weights. And one thing about this is that you can't target a specific area, namely your love handles in this instance, to burn fat at once doing an exercise like endless crunches or side crunches or the twisting ab machine. But you can make them less noticeable by building muscle in the right places, especially the shoulders, back, and core. And that's because when your upper body is wider and more defined, your waist is going to appear smaller. Second reason is for insurance. When you're lifting weights and working out, being in a calorie deficit is going to burn fat and muscle. But when you're working out, that's going to allow you to keep your muscle while you're burning that fat. Also, when you have a higher muscle to fat ratio, muscle keeps your metabolism high. So maintaining and building muscle is going to speed up your metabolism, and a faster metabolism is another key to burning that fat off and weight loss. It can be the difference between looking skinny fat and looking strong and athletic. And it's not going to be necessarily training to burn calories, although you can train to burn calories, but this is really about keeping muscle and maintaining muscle. Cardio is really what's going to burn calories and burn fat. The third step is cardio. Cardio is going to be the fat burning multiplier. And that's why I say you can lose a pound of fat per week just with nutrition alone. But if you add the other steps that I'm describing here, it's going to multiply and accelerate that process. But cardio doesn't mean you have to become a professional athlete, marathon runner, run your body into the ground. It just means getting your steps in. Believe it or not, walking is a form of cardio. Last year, all I did in order to burn fat and build muscle was just walking. And a lot of that was because I was live streaming on YouTube a lot. So when I live streamed on YouTube, I would like to just walk around the neighborhood, around whatever, by the lake, while live streaming. And so all that walking that I did made me lose a whole bunch of fat and become real lean. But of course, you can always step up the efforts, and any kind of cardio will work out. The easy way to lose weight with walking is track your current daily steps for a few days. And then once you have that number, add about 2,000 steps to that number, increasing little by little gradually until you're hitting about 8,000 to 10,000 steps a day. And that'll be a low impact form of cardio that's not gonna wreck your joints while allowing your body to burn off calories. And when you do wanna step things up, you can add moderate cardio to it. This is gonna be incline walking, swimming, cycling, jogging, playing sports. If you like to play sports, then get out there and play some sports. Soccer, basketball, boxing. I always gotta say boxing because I always see people shadow boxing in the gym when I'm working out. And here's the bonus with cardio. Cardio doesn't just help burn fat. Cardio is going to burn that visceral fat. And visceral fat is going to be that dangerous deep belly fat that's wrapped around your organs that, of course, you can't see because it's inside. And that's fat that you should definitely want gone. Losing it doesn't just make you leaner from the outside. It's going to make you healthier from the inside. Step 4 is breaking the plateaus, because when you're losing weight, your body fights back and plateaus out and stops making that progress. And that's partly because you're lighter and partly because your body is trying to conserve more energy. It's like a defensive mechanism to help you stay alive when you're losing a lot of weight. That's why something that was working in month 1 might stop working in month 3. And to fix that problem, it's not by cutting another 1,000 calories or adding 5 to 6 more workouts a week or doubling or tripling your cardio. The fix can be a couple of different things. Option 1, lower your calories slightly, maybe 100 to 200 calories a day. Second option is you can keep the food the same, but add a little bit more steps to your day, extra 2,000 steps or an extra 20 to 30 minutes of cardio. And that's because those small changes are going to keep you moving forward without burning out. And then step 5 is if you want to lose all your love handles, I mean, just have absolutely no love handles at all, you got to get insanely lean. I'm talking about so lean that most people won't be able to maintain it. And that can look like extreme levels of fasting while having your eating window only consist of basic and of course healthy food and no junk food at all, only water, and keeping your carbs and calorie eating window to only before and after your physical activity. And I understand, I mean, a lot of what we see on the internet doesn't help. Those shredded, insane physique looking guys, especially if you follow a lot of fitness models or bodybuilders, a lot of them is because they have insane genetics that most of us don't have, number 1. 2, they're shooting up, they're on gear, they're not natural. And a lot of them aren't telling you how tired, irritable, or hungry they feel all the time just to look that way. Some people are willing to go that route. If you're able to get lean and lose those love handles while still enjoying life, that's going to be the win. Now, a bonus tip that's going to help all this is going to be recovery. And recovery is actually going to be another step in burning fat. If you get 7, 8, 9 hours of sleep, your body is going to burn fat more efficiently than if you were to be sleep deprived. But recovery is always something that even the top athletes are always going to use. Professional fighters that can go 12 rounds, marathon runners, sprinters, soccer players, football players, whatever. Those pro athletes with $1 million training facilities still rely on the same principles that you just learned in this video because they work every single time.